my name is Anna Eden, and I am a graduate dietetic student at Eastern Illinois University. Today, I'm going to explain the importance of a balanced plate for recovering alcoholics. I'm first going to talk about the long-term effects of heavy alcohol use on the body. Then I'll provide solutions to combat or reverse these effects, more specifically, the importance of eating a balanced diet and nutrition during recovery. And finally, I'll provide examples and tips on how to easily, affordably, and quickly create a balanced plate for each meal. So to start off this presentation, I just want to talk about how long-term heavy alcohol use can affect the body. And I want to talk about this in order to understand how diet can aid in reversing some of these effects or lessening some of these effects long-term. So one of the first things you probably noticed when you drank alcohol is that you felt full pretty quickly. Because alcohol is very calorie dense, that means it's very filling. You can get full drinking alcohol pretty quickly. So a lot of times people who struggle with addiction will make their drug of choice the highest priority in their life. And that's just a matter of fact. So everything else needs to take a backseat, including food, including nutrition, and including self-care. So coupling the full feeling from alcohol and the fact that alcohol takes precedence over pretty much everything else, including food, alcoholics can end up not eating enough nutrients and not getting enough food in general. So alcohol is becoming their main source of nutrition, which is not a good source of nutrition. Alcoholics can tend to eat convenience foods over healthier food options, and the reason being is because convenience foods are quick and easy, and they can get their food sourced pretty fast. However, these convenience foods contain large amounts of saturated fat, and they're usually really high in calories and sodium, so they're not a healthy option for nutrition, and they don't contain optimal nutrition for your body to operate. Also, alcohol competes or inhibits the absorption of a lot of nutrients, so this can lead to malnourishment, which I will talk about next. So malnourishment means that your body's not receiving or even utilizing the proper amount of nutrients for it to thrive and work efficiently. So when you're malnourished, you may experience a range of different symptoms. Alcohol is not an effective main nutrient source. It does not contain essential nutrients and actually hinders the absorption of vital nutrients your body needs. Also, heavy long-term alcohol use can actually damage the lining of the intestines. This lining is where nutrients are absorbed in order to be used by the body for hundreds of important processes each and every day. When the lining is damaged, these nutrients are no longer able to be fully absorbed. There are some common vitamin deficiencies in alcoholics, and you may have heard of them before, but one of the most well-known vitamin deficiencies is vitamin B1, which is thiamine. Some of the common symptoms of thiamine deficiency are muscle wasting or weakness, weight loss or anorexia, coordination issues or fast heart rate, loss of appetite, sensation of pins and needles, shortness of breath, or even swelling in the fingers or toes. So there's a lot of negative effects that can happen from excessive alcohol intake over time, and this is just one of the main well-known vitamins that can become deficient in your body over time from using excessive alcohol. In addition, with excessive alcohol intake over a long period of time, protein, carbohydrates, and fats, which are your main nutrients, are poorly broken down and consequently do not absorb as well, so you're just not getting the nutrients that your body needs. This can all lead to brain malnourishment as well. Because our brain and gut work together in order to maintain the balance in our bodies, when our gut is not functioning properly or receiving necessary nutrients, our brain also is not able to function at full capacity. So this can lead to mood changes, anxiety, depression, and many other mental changes. As I talked about in the previous slide, digestion is compromised in people who are alcohol dependent. Because of this, you may experience some extremely unpleasant gastrointestinal issues. You could just have one of the symptoms, or you could have all of them. Some of them include diarrhea, constipation, indigestion, poor appetite. Those are the most common GI symptoms that alcoholics experience. Fortunately, these symptoms can be lessened with recovery and proper diet and lifestyle changes. I'm sure most of us know that heavy long-term alcohol use is strongly linked to liver disease because your liver filters out toxins, and alcohol is a toxin. Your liver works over time to eliminate it from the body. This can lead to liver damage, liver disease, and even death of the liver. In addition, heart disease can also be a long-term effect of chronic heavy alcohol use. This can be due to the rise in blood pressure that alcohol causes over time, as well as the food choices that are made throughout the addiction, poor lifestyle choices. Like we talked about earlier, convenient foods are often chosen over healthier options because they are fast and easy and make continuing your addiction easier. Long-term intake of excessive saturated fats, sodium, and calories can lead to heart disease. Lastly, cancer has been linked to alcoholism as well, because alcohol impairs the absorption of many essential nutrients in the body. This may lead to a higher risk of cancer. In addition, alcohol may also contain carcinogenic properties, meaning that it has the potential to cause cancer. So there are quite a few disease states that can occur through the use of long-term heavy alcohol abuse. But like I said, there are ways to combat these diseases and to reverse them even. So talking about combating these effects, I don't want you to be discouraged listening to this presentation and thinking all hope is lost and you're going to get these diseases or experiencing these effects. The opposite is actually true. Because you are taking your recovery seriously and into your own hands, you can turn your health around and significantly decrease your chances of liver disease, heart disease, and cancer. There are a number of simple, effective ways to improve your overall health and better support long-term sobriety. The main solution to these long-term effects is eating a balanced diet. This is the point we're going to mainly focus on today because of its effectiveness and simplicity. Eating a balanced diet ensures that you are getting an optimal amount of nutrients which support your body in healing and thriving. In addition, antioxidants are extremely important in your recovery because they help heal the damage that was done from excessive alcohol intake, and they also ward off free radicals. Free radicals are linked to cancer-causing, and so fighting them off with antioxidants is a simple way to lessen your risk of cancer. Antioxidants are foods like berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, or citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruit, apples, etc. A lot of times antioxidants are found in fresh plant-based food items, so just getting a lot of your fruits and vegetables is extremely important. In addition, I have to throw in physical activity because it's extremely important in overall health and just having a healthy lifestyle. Exercise can also act as an outlet for frustration or cravings. Exercise can act as a great tool to ensure successful long-term sobriety as well. And like I stated before, choosing a healthier diet over convenience foods is extremely important. Can't say this enough. This is extremely important to be aware of because oftentimes addicts, when in recovery, will try to fill their addiction void with something else. In fact, the history of substance abuse has been linked to emotional eating and weight gain. Many times that void is filled with sweet, sugary, processed foods. This in itself can lead to a sugar addiction, which is also unhealthy. Trying to replace unhealthy food items with healthier ones that are naturally sweet and or filling is a much better route than consuming excessive amounts of these foods that a lot of times are not nutrient dense or they're full of empty calories. So trying to create a diet that is full of nutrients as opposed to just sugar and empty calories. So how will a balanced plate help you during treatment and recovery? Well, if you are malnourished or you're having GI distress, eating balanced meals can help to heal that damage that was done from heavy long-term alcohol use. A balanced diet is full of necessary nutrients that will get your body working properly again. In addition, you can improve your digestion with a balanced plate. Eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables will increase your fiber intake, which has a strong effect on your overall gut motility. Eating foods high in fiber and maintaining an overall healthy diet can also increase your satiation, which means your feeling of fullness and satisfaction after you eat it. Filling your body with positive nutrients can lessen cravings as well. If you are craving your drug of choice, trying to replace that craving with something positive and healthy will become a habit over time. And I'm not saying that those cravings will go away, but learning how to manage your cravings with healthy food choices and can positively affect your life over time and support long-term sobriety. So what is a balanced plate? A balanced plate should have a variety of different colors and food groups. So as far as food groups go, if you can see that image there, it shows there's 5 different food groups. We've got fruits and vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. So half of your plate should be full of fruits and vegetables. The other half is going to be grains and proteins and broken into almost half. You're going to want to get about 1 ounce of lean protein on each plate. And then you're going to want to get about a quarter of your plate of grains, with half of those being whole grains. And that's like whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, anything with nectar seeds in it is going to be a good indication of a whole grain. There are a lot of whole grains out there. And protein can be either lean meat or beans or beans. And then you also want a small serving, about 8 ounces of low-fat dairy, which can be low-fat or skim milk, like yogurt, low-fat yogurt, or low-fat cottage cheese. So an easy tip to use when creating your plate is to try to eat as many colors of the rainbow as possible. And this will ensure that you're getting a wide variety of nutrients in your meals. Like I said, also try to get all the food groups on your plate. So you want to try to get all those food groups onto one plate. I will go over what a balanced plate looks like in the next slide, so you can get an idea of how to build your meal, so you can kind of see what some meals look like. It's also important to get 5 servings of fruits and vegetables each day. This is something that might lessen your cravings for substances or even sweet foods if you're filling up on whole foods, because they contain fiber, which also helps keep you fuller longer, and also you can get some of that natural sugar, which will curb your sweet cravings. In addition to fruits and vegetables, you definitely want to make sure you're drinking your water, so about 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. It'll also help keep you fuller longer and curb cravings for less healthy things. Next, you're going to want to practice some balance in your diet. So practicing balance simply just means eating more fresh, whole foods rather than processed foods. So balancing your plate with a mixture of foods, but making sure that most of it is more fresh. And if they are processed, staying away from those higher sugar, higher sodium, and higher fat content items. Processed foods are fine if they are simple ingredients like rice or something like that. But if you're getting into the hamburger helpers and the the sugary Debbie snacks, anything like that, those are going to be not very healthy for your long-term goals, and they're not going to help you maintain a healthy diet, and in turn, they're not going to really help your overall recovery. Processed foods can themselves, like I said, turn into an addiction, especially very sugary items. So trying to balance your intake of processed foods with whole foods is important for overall health. As far as moderation goes, make sure you're eating foods you enjoy. Make your food taste good and have fun making healthy meals. When doing so, try to keep your sweet cravings in check so they don't get out of control. And be aware of any triggers you may have. This means avoiding certain foods that may trigger a desire to use your drug of choice. You may have some foods that you use to eat along with your substance of choice, so avoiding that trigger food will help you achieve some long-term sobriety. So here are some photos of some healthy, well-balanced meals. If you take a look at the images on the slide, what do you notice? First off, I notice all the different colors. Each meal contains at least 3 different colors. Next, I notice the variety of food groups on each plate. So this means they're getting a variety of nutrients with the colors and the different food groups. Not all these plates, however, contain items from each food group. So which plate would you add something to and why? In my opinion, the top right picture looks downright delicious, but based on the My Plate model, it could benefit from a low-fat dairy item, such as cottage cheese or a glass of low-fat milk. The bottom left picture also needs a low-fat dairy item, like cottage cheese or milk or something along those lines. The top left and bottom right images look pretty good as far as hitting all the food groups. Maybe just having some water in one place of these meals would complete them. And I'm hoping that these examples will help you in understanding what a balanced plate looks like and how to build one yourself. So when building your plate, there are a few tips you can keep in mind in order to make it easier for you to maintain your health goals and your sobriety long term. First of all, choose foods you enjoy. You don't have to eat a bunch of foods you don't like. That's not what I'm recommending. I am, however, recommending that you eat foods you enjoy. But to keep it fun, try one new thing a day. Everything else can be foods you know you like and look forward to, but just try something new each day. Or you can do something new each week if that's overwhelming for you and move up to something new each day. Whether that be a new food, a new cooking technique, a new recipe. I think doing this can make cooking and building your plate fun and exciting rather than boring and overwhelming. So I think this can be a positive goal and helpful in maintaining an overall healthy and enjoyable diet. Next, buying crunchy veggies and pre-cutting them so they are easy to access throughout the week. Biting into a crunchy veggie when you're going through a craving or feeling frustrated or overwhelmed can actually help calm those feelings. And having them pre-cut will make it easier for you to grab during those feelings of craving or frustration. Something else I find extremely helpful in maintaining a healthy diet and lifestyle is taking advantage of online grocery shopping and grocery delivery. A lot of times they have grocery pickup for free, so utilizing those services. And then meeting with a registered dietitian nutritionist who can give you guidance and put you in the right direction. If you're not sure where to find one, many grocery stores now employ dietitians. Throughout your recovery process, be kind to yourself. You've been on a long, hard journey, and you deserve to live a healthy, fulfilling life, so be kind to yourself and remember where you came from. You worked so hard for where you're at, and remember your why, and that you deserve this. Also, take this whole process one step at a time. Recovery is a lifelong process, but if you just take it one step at a time, you will realize that you have all the equipment you need to succeed. Don't hesitate to reach out for help if you need it. And lastly, never give up. You can do this, and you will do this. You have the support of so many people, and you are not alone in your recovery. Eating a balanced plate for each meal will bring you the physical healing that you need. The physical healing will bring you confidence, strength, and a sense of accomplishment. You can do this. You already are. If you have any questions at all, you can contact me on my email, so don't hesitate to contact me with further questions. And I thank you for listening to this presentation.